Hi everyone. So I'm gonna do a well, I guess I should just tell you what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm just gonna vlog. I'm gonna shop a little bit for some books and just take a look around. I know I haven't been posting or uploading any videos. It's just I've been really busy. I'll probably dedicate a whole nother video to that later, just to show you like what, or just basically talk about what I've been up to. But basically my family and I have been so busy. So I'm gonna hopefully take you to a couple bookstores to just show you like what I'm looking for, or just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a vlog. So me and my daughter, we came into town, which is about a 2-hour drive, to get groceries for our family. And yeah, so yep, we'll be doing that right now. All right.
Ho, 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 hey, ho, 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 hey. Hey, na cha tha mo hey, ho ke no le kha to ho ho hey na cha mo hey, ho ke no le pe to ho ho to we pe no to mo yo we po kwe we lo ko no po e sa ri yo se ho le to mo ke we no le ho ho to we pe no to mo yo we po kwe we lo Lo po e cha ri yo se no ho le pa mo ke ma le hoi ha he me ko pa ye wo go he me ta pa ye wo na po le ha ha hey 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 ha 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 hey 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 Hopi hey Hopi Hopi hey Hopi
Yay! So that was fun. I haven't been to a bookstore in a while, but I don't know if I'm gonna go to another one, because what time is it, Bobo? Yeah, it's getting kind of late and we still have to get some stuff for our house and everything. Oh, but it's so beautiful. It's raining so much. Our fields need it. Our cornfields, and just all the villages fields really need the rain. But it's just crazy how much water just came down. I don't know if you guys follow me on IG, but I put a story up recently and just see all this water, just water falling into the area where my mom's house is at. But okay, so I don't know if I'm going to go to another bookstore, but we'll see. Okay, it is raining crazy right now. Am I gonna go in the store for the bookstore? Probably. Okay. Hey,
Ho, 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 hey, ho, 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 hey. La no ta ta mo ho ke no le ka to ho.
Hi everyone. So we are finally headed back home. We got groceries to last us for a little bit, and I got some books, so I'm really excited to show you all what I got. And I got two books from Bookman's, which is like a used bookstore. They also sell new books, but most of the time it's just like used books. And then I got one book from Barnes, and I wasn't going to buy a book from Barnes. I'm really trying to just shop either at used bookstores or at small book places, but I went to the smaller bookstore and they didn't have this book, so I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit. And I'm really excited because I have like a really awesome video coming up, and I can't wait to share with you the details on it, but I'll let you guys know. Yeah, so I guess that's probably just the end of my mini vlog. So I'm still learning how to vlog. I don't really know how to vlog yet. Now it's time for us to make that 2-hour drive back home. Yes, people, I actually have to drive 2 hours just to grocery shop. I mean, we do have some stores in our community, but they don't have everything, and they definitely don't really sell in bulk. It's pretty expensive also. And yeah, so I guess I shall talk to you all later. Bye.
We know lady, hurry, the way, belong Tomo, yo, for bring away, Charlie, or say, oh, and Tomo, hey, my lady, hurry, hey, me, come, buy, whoa, no, hey, me, ta, buy, one, the poor, lady, ha, hey, 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 hey,
Good morning, everyone. Oh, goodness. What time is it? Okay, it is about 5:30 in the morning. I kind of got up early because my husband's first day with students is today. So he already left for work because where he works is about an hour away, and he works on the Navajo reservation, which is a completely different time zone. So over there, it's 5:30 here in Hopi, but in Navajo it is 6:30. So they're an hour ahead. So I'm just kind of hanging out. Saw him off to work. He said he was all excited. So I was like, yeah, you should be. Oh, okay. So I'm going to show you where I'm at. It's so pretty right now. There's my dog. There's Sparky. Hi, Sparky. Looks like, yeah, I'm at my mom's house right now. This is a view from her backyard. It's real pretty. Sun's just now coming up. Here is Kikotsmovi Village over there in the Hopi Tribal Government Complex. Whew. Okay, it is now 6:30 in the morning and I got ready surprisingly fast. I am going to show you all what I purchased at the bookstore and also some recent books that were given to me and then books that I got a while back. So I don't know where to start. So if you hear like a zzz in the background, I'm sorry, that's the fan. So hold on, let me see if I can turn it down. Okay, it's already at its lowest setting. Let's start this little mini book haul. So the first store that I went to was Barnes, and the book that I got there was Jade City by Fonda Lee. And wow, I have been seeing this book, I believe it was for the past year, all over booktube, and this book came out in 2017. It says the next book is Jade Ward. I really wanted to purchase this book at a smaller bookstore that I shop in a town near me, and I wasn't able to find it. I found the second book there but not the first one, so unfortunately I had to go find this at a different area. But I'm really excited to read this, and I'm excited to read this because I actually have like a really cool TBR video coming up where I'm gonna be basically reading books by my favorite or people, just by booktubers, booktuber friends and bookstagrammer friends. So I can't wait to read this, and I really don't want to read the back, but as far as I have been seeing on booktube lately, so I believe this is a epic adult fantasy read, and I'm kind of excited to read it because well, you know what, I'm gonna talk about that later, so you guys can just you guys just can just come back and then watch that video of a TBR that I have I'm excited to do later. Another book that I got from a bookstore that I was at earlier, which is Bookman's, and they don't just sell used books. You can come in and trade in all kinds of stuff like knickknacks and music and movies. But the book that I got there that I was so excited to find is Lakota Woman by Marie Crow Dog. So this is an Indigenous memoir, and I'm excited to read this because this is actually the book for November for Erin and Dani's book club. So I'm going to read the back of this really quick. So it says, Marie Brave Bird grew up fatherless in a one-room cabin without running water or electricity on a South Dakota res, rebelling against the aimless drinking, punishing missionary school, narrow strictures for women, and violence and hopelessness of reservation life. She joined the new movement of tribal pride sweeping Native American communities in the 60s and 70s, and eventually married Leonard Crow Dog, the movement's chief medicine man, who revived the sacred but outlawed ghost dance. Yes, people, Indigenous peoples and nations in this country, we unfortunately weren't even allowed to practice our religious beliefs until way later. So I'm going to get more details on that later, probably when I review this book. So, sorry. I'll keep reading. Blah, 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 blah. It is a unique document, unparalleled in American Indian lit, a story of death, of determination against all odds, and of the cruelties perpetuated against American Indians. It is also a deeply moving account of a woman's triumphant struggle to survive in a hostile world. So this book, and I'm excited to read this because not only is it the November pick for Erin and Dani's book club, which is a book club I talk about all the time. Erin and Dani, which is Erin's Library, and Thunderbird Women Reads, are two amazing powerhouse Indigenous bookstagrammers and booktubers, so definitely go follow and subscribe. One of the things that I was seeing about this book, it was published in 1990, so there's actually another is it like it's not a book club. Oh, it's on Bookstagram. It's called the Native Lit Challenge 2021. So that challenge is actually facilitated, or it's a challenge that was made by Native Girls Reading. And one of the prompts that she has on there, I believe, is read a book before the year 2000. So this definitely fulfills that as well. So I'm so excited to read this. So the second book that I got from Bookman's So I already have another version of this book, which is Louise Erdrich's The Antelope Woman. But this is actually a different version. This is The Antelope Wife. I remember Erin and Dani were also facilitating a Louise Erdrich read along, and I believe that was in 2020. And they were reading all of Louise Erdrich's books, and I believe they were talking about this book, saying there's two different versions of this book. So I was looking for this, trying to find this book, and luckily I actually found this used, and it's in really, really good condition, and it's not that long. It looks pretty short. I don't know if I should read the blurb because I don't know. Okay, so I'll just read it really quick. So The Antelope Wife is a novel of connections in which history, less contemporary urban Native American life, hand-me-down names and legends, as well as sacred myth combine. It is set in Minneapolis originally, an important trading center and hunting ground, still a magnet for many Native people from nearby reservations. The story goes back in time. The novel begins with a soldier who deserts the cavalry during a cruel raid on an Ojibwe village to chase a dog bearing on its back a baby on a cradle board strung with breathtaking blue beads. Generations later, a fast-talking trader kidnaps a silent and graceful woman from a powwow in a haunting recreation of a native tale. The woman is part antelope, hunter, and hunted change identities. An antelope wife changes people. Nothing is ever the same again for friends and family. So yeah, there's definitely a different description for the antelope woman in that book than there is in this one. So I'm really I don't know when this book, well, this version of publishing came out in 1998. Whoa, another read. Another read before 2000, but I can't remember when the other book was re-edited and published again. I don't know. I probably have to check that out. But yes, definitely very excited to read this book. This next book that I'm about to show you, I'm so excited to show you because I actually won this book in a Bookstagram giveaway. And I won this book from a giveaway facilitated by Tomes and Textiles. I believe she did a giveaway in collaboration with the publisher, but yep, that book is The Beautiful Ones by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. That I keep seeing this book on Bookstagram and also on BookTube, and this is gonna be my first book that I'm actually gonna be reading by Moreno Garcia. I know that there are tons of reviews out there on Mexican Gothic, and that is another book I really wanted to read. I just haven't been able to get it because every time I go to the bookstore, I swear my mind just blanks because I want absolutely everything. Thank you, Kunaa, so much for this book, Carmen. I am very, very thankful. I will definitely read this book, and I don't know when I'm going to read this book, but I'm really excited and I'm eager to read it. So, because this is a pretty hot book right now, so I can't wait. Okay, another book that I got in the mail recently was gifted to me by the Indigenous wizard, and that wizard is none other than Neil Yazzie. So Neil Yazzie is an Indigenous Bookstagrammer, and he is completely amazing. I love his Bookstagram account. I cannot say that enough. The pictures that he puts up there is just completely beautiful, and I was really excited to get this book because this is a middle grade read, I believe, and it is also based on, I think, Diné culture, and I believe there's Diné or Navajo language in there as well. And that book is Healer of the Water Monster by Brian Young. So I'm excited to read this. So I'm going to read the back really quick. So it says, when Nathan goes to visit his grandma, Nale, at her mobile home on the Navajo reservation, he knows he's in for a summer with no running water and no electricity. That's okay though. He loves spending time with Nale and his Uncle Jet. Though it's clear when Jet arrives, he brings his problem with him. One night, while lost in a nearby desert, Nathan finds something extraordinary. A holy being from the Navajo creation story, a water monster in need of help. Together, Nathan and the water monster named Pond must figure out how to cure the mysterious illness that plagues Pond. With the help of other Navajo holy beings, Nathan is determined to save his new friend and to help Uncle Jet heal from his own pain. Yep. So I'm pretty excited to read this. I'm actually thinking about reading this with my kids, but I don't know when we would be able to get it. But the artwork is so pretty. Oh, so Brian Young is an Indigenous author from the Diné or Navajo Nation. So I think that's his Nele right there. And then that's the little guy. So I'm kind of excited. Yeah, excited. Another Indigenous read that is around where I live. So pretty awesome. So the next two books I'm about to show you were purchased by myself. No, actually three. Yes, the next three. Sorry, the next three books that I got were purchased by myself. And I purchased these books from both. Well, I purchased all three of these books from smaller bookstores that are local. And one of them I purchased from Changing Hands Bookstore, which is quite a ways from here. It's in the bigger city of Arizona. And then another one is from a local city bookshop that is near me, maybe like 2 hours away. And that bookshop is called the Bright Side Bookshops. Yeah, I think. So I saw these books and I was like, whoa. And one of these I actually got on sale. It was like on the clearance like bookshelf. The first book that I am so excited to read, because I believe Dani from Thunderbird Woman Reads has already read and reviewed this book, and she said it was an incredible book, and I can't wait to read it. And that is A Mind Spread Out on the Ground by Alicia Elliott. So I'm gonna read the back, and I cannot tell you enough, people. I am very, very excited to read this book. I keep hearing about it, and just the description of it on the back, and also Therese Marie Myatt, Cherie Demoline, Leanne Petasamosik Simpson, they all reviewed it and said it was incredible. And so it says on the back, the Mohawk phrase for depression can be roughly translated to a mind spread out on the ground. In this urgent and visceral work, Alicia Elliott explores how apt a description that is for the ongoing effects of personal, intergenerational, and colonial traumas she and so many Native people have experienced. Elliott's deeply personal writing details a life spent between Indigenous and white communities, a divide reflected in her own family, and engages with wide-ranging topics as race, parenthood, love, art, mental illness, poverty, sexual assault, gentrification, and representation. Throughout, she makes thrilling connections, both large and small, between the past and present, the personal and political. Wow. So Alicia is an Indigenous author. Okay, so I looked it up, and Alicia Elliott is actually a Tuscarora Indigenous person. So I need to kind of look up a little bit more on that, and that area. I think it is in areas of New York and also Ontario, Canada, Tuscarora. So the Tuscarora Nation, or I don't know what nation Tuscarora comes from, or if it's a specific nation, or if it's just like an overall huge, bigger identity. But I'll definitely look more into that. And I'm really excited to read this. And this cover, right? This cover is so pretty. So when I saw this book on the clearance rack, and I was like, yes, I'm definitely getting this. So excited to read this book. Okay, so the next book that I also bought from the Little Brightside Bookshop is another book, and I'm excited to read this as well. And this is by Leanne Petasamosik Simpson, As We Have Always Done, Indigenous Freedom Through Radical Resistance. So I found this also there, And I'm really excited to read this because I think this book is mainly written in an essay format, but I'm going to read the back for you really quick, and it's pretty short. As we have always done, locates Indigenous political resurgence as a practice rooted in uniquely Indigenous theorizing, writing, organizing, and thinking. It makes clear that the goal of Indigenous resistance can no longer be cultural resurgence as a mechanism for inclusion in a multicultural mosaic, calling for unapologetic, place-based Indigenous alternatives to the destructive logics of settler colonial state. Wow, that is a mouthful. I probably have to wrap my head around that description a little bit more, but it says here on the back, Leanne Petasamosik Simpson is a Michi-Sagik Anishinaabe writer. So I need to look that up as well. And also, um, Simpson also wrote This Accident of Being Lost, which I also have and I need to read. But one I really want to read is Nupaming, The Cure for White Ladies. I really want that book. So maybe what I'll do is I'll give a little gift to myself once I complete this book. Then I'll get that one. But this book cover is incredible too. It's really pretty, as you can see, like the tree background, and I'm assuming is a river. It's very beautiful. It's pretty awesome. Okay, last book. Okay, so this book that I'm going to be showing you, I've been wanting it since it's come out, and I was really trying to get a review copy of this book because I am a huge, well, not a huge fan, but I read this author before, and his work completely blew me away. His work made me look at fantasy a little bit differently, but also made me realize what kind of fantasy that I'm missing out on. So, and that is none other than Son of the Storm by Sui Davies Okungboa. Yay! I am so excited to read this. So I am a pretty big fan of David Mogo Godhunter. I really enjoyed that book, and I'm so excited to read this. And I don't even really know what it's about, and I don't want to read the back. So I just kind of want to be surprised but this book cover is so incredible. It's pretty fantastic. I'm really excited to read this book, and especially I had such an amazing time with David Mogo Godhunter. I'm really excited to read this as well. So, okay, I'm going to show you my book stack now. Okay, so here is my wonderful, beautiful, lovely book stack that I have for this mini vlog slash mini book haul. So yeah, I got some of these books even in May. I think, was it May? Yeah, I think so. Sorry, my time is just like jumping all around in my head. Okay, so it is now, what time is it? I have to get to work pretty soon, and I kind of want to have like a light breakfast also. It is 7:06, so I have about an hour before I need to start work, and I think I'm gonna do this a lot more. Just get up in the morning and maybe do some book talks and book updates. So if you guys are wondering where the heck I am, so I am actually, remember I was talking about earlier that my husband has to drive like an hour to work. We are moving to a different area in Arizona, not far from where I currently am, which is on Hopi. But my husband got a new job, so we're following him. Might be gone from the Hopi reservation for about a year, but we're actually relocating to his reservation. So my husband is Diné, or Navajo, so we're gonna be living on the Navajo Nation for a little bit. Yeah, that is just probably one other reason why you haven't really seen me lately, because I've been moving. But that is all I have for you right now, and I hope you all are doing extremely well. I missed you all so very much. So I have been getting a lot of rain out here on Hopi. So if you have stayed throughout the entirety of this video, then please leave me like a rain cloud or maybe a cloud with a lightning emoji or yeah, something to do with rain. Yeah, that would be awesome. So I hope you guys are all doing well and I hope you guys are reading fiercely and I shall see you all again soon. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.